Learning targets are better than video games. These are powerful words from a kindergarten student, and his story illustrates how small changes can have a big impact. It all started with a hunch that there was still work to be done on last year's inquiry focused on increasing student ownership of learning. In the fall, we asked the 4 key questions to all learners. We also scanned our colleagues in regards to their comfort and use of 3 AFL strategies. The evidence led us to focus on AFL as a key component to increasing student ownership of learning. We wondered, if we provide opportunities for meaningful and authentic staff collaboration focused on assessment for learning strategies, will we see increased student ownership of learning? Time for teachers to meet in professional learning communities and build their shared knowledge around AFL strategies was integral to making a difference for our students. After we engaged in new learning, we worked to implement the strategies into our practice by making learning targets visible, utilizing the assessment arrow for self-reflection, and asking students to reflect on the Big 3 more regularly. We asked the 4 key questions again in May, and teachers reflected on the responses. We noticed that students are now able to describe what they are learning and next steps with greater certainty. We also noticed that many students still find it difficult to say how their learning is going and why it is important. This information provides us with a good place to begin our scan next year. Coming back to the story of our kindergarten friend who really loves video games, we can't help but be amazed at his tremendous growth this year. When he was first asked, "What are you learning and why is it important?" back in the fall, his response was that he was learning about drawing stuff and printing his name, and it's important to write your name. Compare that to his most recent response of learning so many things. Letters and the sounds they make, numbers are for counting, and that this learning is important because you need to learn stuff. Learning targets are better than video games. I'm meeting my targets. This is a 5-year-old who knows what he is learning and is deeply connected. Words of wisdom: take time to build community, provide ongoing support, allow people to start small, and most importantly, always listen to your learners.